Hello everyone. Today I would like to implement a skill in the server. In particular, I'm gonna go with the backstab, right? This one. So let's see how we can do that. First of all, I think I'm gonna implement this packet, which, if I'm correct, this is the packet that we have to send when the user tries to load the skill list, right? So let's go ahead and let's see, where do I have to do that? Um, yes, server packet. Yeah, there we go. Now this is the C. Yes, server packet. All right. So now we'll see struct just packet skill list. And what do we need for this one? We need an integer, or not size, or count. Yeah, let's go with count. And then right, depending on how many skills we have to send these three values. So how do I want to do this? Do I want to add a new struct for this, or let's see, just packet. Okay, well, yeah, let's go ahead and add a new struct. So struct just packet skill, and then struct just packet skills, and we'll say 32 by now. We could have, well, how many skills can a character have? Well, I guess this is fine. Let's go ahead and add a comment. We shouldn't need more than 32 skills, but if we do, just increase the number. All right. And then for the skill, what do we need? The passive. So passive, the level, and the ID. I don't know if it's like, should it be sign? Now let's go with unsigned. It doesn't make sense to have this sign, and the same for the count. There we go. And then let's comment this as well. So when the user, or when the player this packet is sent when the player opens up the skill list, right? Well, sure, why not? We'll make sure that this is in fact the case, because I'm just assuming that this is the packet that we have to implement. All right, and then we have to implement this void is packet skill list back, right? There we go. All right. ID type. I don't know if I should include the type in the packet in the struct of the packet itself. Like I don't know why I'm creating a new local variable for it, but I guess it's fine for now. Because if you want to calculate the size of the actual packet, you have to consider the extra byte for the type. Yeah, well, but for now, let's ignore this. So the packet type is this one. Thank you, L2J project. And then we have to append size. So this will be src count. And now for each skill, we have to increase, we have to also send that out. Alright. So then source and count. There we go. And we have to write passive, the level, and the ID. Okay, passive, level, and ID. Okay, so the destination and skills dot passive, the level, and the ID. There we go. We may want to assert that the ID is being set, right? Skills y.id, and then skill ID is required. So if we miss the ID, we'll know that we need to send it out as well. Skill ID is required in skill list. There we go. Well, so we are asserting that we do have the ID. Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right, so for now, let's go ahead and check the request file. And do we want to go to AI? All right, handle request, and then this should be called in here. Yeah, there we go. I'm not, I mean, I do have to rename the AI file. I mean, it should be something like character behavior, character controller, something like that. All right, and then, okay, let's go ahead and handle the packet, the skill list, which I'm assuming we will get. Packet received. Okay, so actually we do have the message. So, well, let me see, where is this being used? go. Mhm. Okay, so apparently we have to get this, and what is send packet response, and what's, oh, there we go. Okay, so we're fine. All right, so then that's the packet that we want to listen for. There we go. Then go back. All right, let's go to the top, and then request skill list. There we go. And then we will have to add this to the table. So we can request skill list while we're moving, skill list, target selected, sure, why not, request list, oops, this aggro, launch deck, moving to internet, deck, okay. Alright, so now when we handle the request, the packet should be found in the table. Alright, and then case JSAI handle skill list request. JS character, and then do we need the request? I don't think so. Alright, so below this, static void, state, then the character. Make sure we got both. There we go. And now the only thing that I need is this. So this will be response. Oh, come on. And then we need, well, actually that's packet T. This is the response, which, how can I calculate this? I don't know if I can do something like this, right? Um, well, for now, let's hope that this works. So then response, um, and for now, we will just send the backstab scale, right? So response skills. Well, actually, this is skill list. Okay, skill list, list, and what's this deity for the backstab? 30. All right, so 30, backstab, there we go. Skill list, skills, passive, no, and then the level, yeah, the level, let's say 1, and also I think we should assert the level as well. So as we're saying, skills Y, level, skill level is required in skill list. There we go, so we don't forget the level. Otherwise, if we don't make these kind of checks, like packets begin to fail, the game doesn't know how to handle them, and then we may have crashes, and those are really hard to debug, you know. And then with this, that should be easier. All right, so now again, pack this to the response and skill. So, and then we have two characters and ingredients and packet. And I always forget what do I have to send to this function. All right, JS from then the packet. Yeah, response. There we go. All right, let's see if we can compile this. All right. Mm. What am I forgetting? JS packet, skill list. Why am I getting a warning for that? Oh, because, yeah. So I handle all the packet stuff in the JS character, not in the AI. So let's go ahead and I don't know if I should have a header file for the character. Like we won't have. Hang on. Where should I put this? Sure, why not here? So I don't know if we should have a header file for the character because we won't have multiple implementations of this file. So I don't know how much sense does it make to have this header. So this character send skill list. Just character, and then I think that's pretty much it. Right, so for instance, in here I have to waste time defining or declaring the function header, but I don't know if it's required, you know. There we go. So now we have to basically pass all this, yeah, the entire function basically. There we go. And then rename character to src. There we go. And then I can use this like so. And now that should work. Whoops, typo. All right. Whoops. Scale list. Test server. Oh, I'm missing this. Missing the type, bro. There we go. Clear. There we go. Okay, so let's start the server. Whoops. Games. Okay. Now let's see if that works. And then bear with me while the game starts. My computer is quite slow and old, but I don't mind. Alright, let's see. Okay, show me the game server. Awesome. And if I go here, skill, hey, look at that. On the first try. Alright, so now what packet do I get if I want to use this? 2F. 2F. Okay, and what if I click Ctrl? 2F. That's the same. Okay. So then I'm gonna close out the game because I don't want to use that many resources. So let's go back, and then we have to look out for that packet. Hopefully, it should be a. There we go. Look at this. Request magic skill use. To show me this bad boy. Let's see what we got. Control Shift. Sorry. Okay, sounds good. Let's go ahead and implement that packet, shall we? So, I think this is a client packet if I recall correctly. And also, so the thing about the header files, right? So let's take this file, for instance, right? We get the header file for the client package, meaning the type of requests that the client might do, right? Such as block, use the scale, so on and so forth, right? But then how many implementations are we gonna have for this? Just one, right? Like, I don't think we will have multiple implementations for this. So like the header doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, if we go to another file, which I do think it makes sense to have the header file, such as the storage. So let's take a look at this file. So the storage header defines the interface or the functions that we need in order to store some data, right, into the disk to make it permanent, right? And now, and also how to retrieve that information, right? Because it doesn't, like, if we can retrieve it, if we save it, but if we can retrieve it, it doesn't make a lot of sense. So for this storage, it does make sense, right? Because we got all these functions, right? So create the character, get the character, all in all, that's good. And why does it make sense? Well, because we may have multiple implementations about this, right? So for now, the only implementation that we have is the SQLite, right? Because we are using the SQLite database to store all the, for the permanent storage, right? But then if you want, you could very easily go ahead and implement, I don't know, another database, such as MySQL, Postgres, and even if you want to write directly to the file, go for it, right? So it does make sense. You can have multiple implementations, right? But then if we go back to this file, right, like how many implementations are we gonna get for this? Just one. Doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean? So I may have to refactor this out. See? Why do I have to write the function header or declaration twice? Doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. All right. So just packet, and then we will say request magic skill use. Request magic skill use. You know, I think I'm gonna say skill use request, and then what do we need? We need the ID U32 ID. No, actually, let's be more clear. Skill ID. There we go. Otherwise, it can be confused by, I don't know, character. All right, and then Control pressed and Shift. So Shift. Okay. I'm not sure, like, what's the shift? I don't know what's that for. All right, it doesn't matter. And then go ahead and write this twice. Why not? Void is packet. Use skill request and back. Destination and the source. There we go. This packet, use skill request unpack. Okay, and then find C. Alright, make sure we get the destination and the source, and then I think I'm gonna need this. There we go, and then get me the body. And how do we copy the bytes? There we go. I may have to rewrite this, like, to make it simpler. Okay, so what was the order? That's the ID, skill ID, and then Control and Shift. There we go. All right. Okay. Is that good? No, it's not. Do I need the tail? Yeah, I may have to work on this to make it easier. All right, there we go. So now we can unpack the request. So let's close this one. All right, and this one. Go to AI, and now request skill usage use. Yeah. And then that was the 18, was it? Yeah, 2F, 2F. There we go. So now add that. I don't know about this table. Maybe a nightmare to maintain. Alright. And then in the request, oh boy. Okay, so here, oh, missed break. Okay, this AI handle skill use, sure, character, and then we do want to send the request. Here we go, break. Then let's put this function below here and make sure we have the asserts, which again help quite a bit when debugging. So this state is struct is character, and then package request, right? Yes. All right. And assert again, request. There we go. Okay. So now we need this skill use, and we have to unpack it. There we go. And then let's add some logs to make sure that we are reading the packet properly. So character wants to use skill D, control pressed, and shift pressed. There we go. And then skill use ID, skill ID, skill use, control pressed, and then skill use, shift pressed. There we go. All right, let's build and test this. Okay, to make the rate bigger, let's say 16. All right. And then let's open up the game. See if it works, hopefully. All right. Come on. All right. So then if I want to use this, go. Nice. Character wants to use backstab. All right. And what if I press Control? Whoa, that didn't work. Why is that? Come on, Control, Shift, Control Shift. Nope. Maybe I have to select the character. Nope. That's weird. Did I mess this up? Hmm. Oh, this is D, but this is C. Why the fuck is this? Alright. Alright. So let's by T or no. 8. There we go. Use that one. And just make sure, let me see. Okay. So this is fine. And then okay. Yeah, source gets incremented, so that's fine. Message tail is received plus that size, received with size. That's weird. That's weird. So what if I like shift? Nope. Control? Nope. Oh, what? So control shift control. Control shift shift control. Well, where is the yeah. Wants to use skill control and shift. Well, that's weird. That's weird. Format C DEC is D. um Get int. So it's just an int. What about here? Yeah, that looks like an int to me. And then this is a byte. Yeah, that's weird. Well, I'm gonna leave a comment here. So fix me. I may have to add some tags or something like that to find this kind of messages. So fix me. Control flag doesn't seem to work. Shift flag doesn't seem to work. If shift is pressed, then the control flag gets is set to 1. right? So now here, if I hit Control, Shift is pressed. But then if I press the Shift, well, so that's backwards. So if Control is pressed, then the Shift flags it to 1. Could it be my keyboard? I don't think so. So what about this? Nope. Yes, that's fine. Shift pressed. Control pressed, and then Shift pressed. Go to the packet. That is weird. Okay, well, let's not get blocked by this. Let's continue with this. So when the player wants to use end skill, we get the character. What is this? Some checks. Yeah. Alright, so this is getting the skill. Sounds good. And then use magic. What is that? Use magic. Show me use magic. Alright, passive, target. Oh no. Okay, so set intention. This is such a complicated class to follow, dude. Okay, so this one, yeah, of course it's not. Alright. What about this? Come on. There we go. Okay. Manage the cast. Order. We go. So the cast. Stop the actor. Cancel. Set AI. So show me the packet. No, dude, come on. Change intention. Come on, dude. So do we have vision cast? Now what's the intention? Cast. Okay. Well, this is a rat hole. You know what? Let's say use skill. Nope. What about skill? Or what about skill? Use skill. Dude, just want to know what packet do I have to send. Cast target, skill time, change intention. Okay, skill. Come on, dude. What about here? Skill. Oh, there we go. This looks. No, dude. Okay. Use magic. What is that? Check if the active L2 skill can be cast. Sounds good. Jesus. Oh. Alright. You can feel the pain, right? Um, here. Unintention cast, yep. What about here? Use magic. Yeah, that's the same fucking function that we checked. We just checked. Dude. Patience. What is this? Request, attackable. Is there like use skill, cast, skill, like use magic, use magic, use skill. Oops. Do cast. Oh, what is this? What is this? Ink attack. Well, alright, let's. Yeah. What about here? Do cast. Nope. Actor. Do cast. Um, Social, yes sir. This seems to be the one. Come on. Okay, this seems to be the one. Launch the matching skeleton inside. Yep. Okay. All right. So then show me this right here. Target ID, skill level, hit time, use delay. send a server client packet with target and all that and to all the layers. Right. Okay, so let's hope that. All right, let's hope that this is the one. So let's go ahead and implement this. Do I want to close this? Let's leave it in the background. Okay, so packets. Go. Finally, we can code. Yay. Okay. So then struct this packet, and what was the name? Magic skill user. Magic skill user. I mean, let's change that to skill use. Why not? And then what are the properties? The type, the char ID. Okay, so let's grab this for a sec. Okay, so what do we need? We need the character, um, um, source OGID, target OBG ID, or no, just source ID, target ID, then the skill, um, skill level, hit time, reuse delay. Why does it need the coordinates? Size of mighty love? What the fuck is that? What is age? Oh, sure. Okay. So we need two. So use 16, then has empty, and use 32, 103, int empty. And we start 3. There we go. Alright. And then get rid of this comment. Keep the code clean. Just bucket. Skill use pack. There we go. And then let's implement this. Again, assertions everywhere. CD, target ID, scale ID, scale level, and I think that's pretty much it. Okay. set the type, and the type is 48. There we go. Type. Alright, and then we need all of this. Okay. So we need the source ID, the target, the skill ID, the skill level. Is that correct so far? ID level, hit time, reuse time or delay. Reuse delay. Okay. Reuse delay and okay. X, Y, and Z. And then empty short. Right? Yep. Or empty short seems better. Empty int. There we go. And then I don't remember if I can do this, but I think I can. There we go. All right. Cool. All right. So now use request. Okay. So now we have to use the skill character. And where is here? Okay. So void is character use skill struct just state struct just character. I'm not sure about the JS prefix now. This character. Okay, and then make sure that we have the, oh, we have to send the skill. Well, for now, let's keep it simple. We'll add a comment here. Make sure to also get the skill we want to cast. All right. JS, GS, or JS. What am I saying? Okay. And then we can use the server packet. Skill use. Oops. All right. And I have to complete all of this. So this is skill use. User CD. User CAI. Target ID. This is going to be hard coded to Backstab. Level 1, hit time. Not sure what should I put here. Hit time. What's the hit time? Skill time. Field time 7 only takes 70% of the time to cast. Okay, well, let's let's say 1 for now, and we use delay the same. The and what position do I need for this? Oh, this is the source. Okay. So here, let's proceed. How did I get the position? Types, choose character, position. Okay. So yes, I mean source, position X, position Y, and position Z. There we go. So now I think we are ready to send this, right? So skill use. I have to double check this. I mean, I don't like it, but since this is a constant operation, this should be fine, right? I don't know. So broadcast, well, broadcast this, and if I recall correctly, I need to yes, the character in the packet, and then I have to pack it. So this should be response and skill use. All right, and then let's finally use this character. Here we go. Is that good? No. This is not a pointer, dude. Whoops. Oh, this is source? Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's see if it works. Where is the NPC? Come on. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's lovely. Take that. Nice. Now, what if I increase the this one? So hit time 3, build it, and then go. Yeah, it looks like, whoa, what happened? Not sure. So here, all right. Now, what if I go like 15 and the same for this? Let's see. I'm not sure. Well, yeah, so I also need to add the behavior to walk closer to the target, and then the damage, cooldown, MP reduction. But for now, I think this is good enough. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess we'll see you later. Take care, guys.